I think this budget is going to be a huge challenge for the government because of the global crisis, because of the global recession. Initially, we had 2.5 years of Corona, followed immediately by a Russia-Ukraine war, and global economy is going through a severe recession. So I don't want to be a party spoiler, but I don't think the government would have that much of fiscal room. So the government would have little fiscal space to distribute goodies to all sectors. Of course, we understand inflation has been high because of Russia-Ukraine crisis. Inflation throughout the year has been high up to October. In October of 2022, the inflation CPI was 6.77%. Unemployment also, because of global recession, because of geopolitical scenario, has been high. December data of unemployment shows 8% unemployment, and particularly urban unemployment more than 10%. So I think the government has to take care of many things. Firstly, the common man is expecting a lot of relief. He has borne the brunt of Corona for 2 years. Now he has faced inflation, unemployment. So the view of my organization, akashindal.in, is he would be expecting a lot of tax reliefs in the budget. But does the government have that much of fiscal space or fiscal room? I don't think the government would have that much of fiscal space or fiscal room, because we have already seen fiscal deficit being high, because we all know, let's face the reality, exports would be hit because of global recession. Now we had a slight relief from inflation, but China under severe Corona would mean intermediate goods being costlier for Indian manufacturers. So that would also add to our inflation. So I think this is going to be a fine balancing act. This is what I expect from the government, that it would be a great balancing act where there would be a bit of populism. Of course, election angle has to be taken care of. Plus, the common man needs a lot of relief, and he deserves relief because he has gone through 2.5 years, 3 years of Corona and other things. Now, what I expect is, budget in taxes, what I expect is that in the personal income tax, in the exemption limit, perhaps there could be an escalation of 1 lakh rupees. If we talk about ATC is the section where you have all the investments like NSC, PPF, ULIP. I expect escalation of 50,000 rupees. Standard deduction, I expect a increase of around 25,000 rupees. And one thing which I expect quite a lot is housing finance, because housing has been this government's priority, housing for everybody. So in housing finance, what happens is interest component is more relevant than principal, because interest component is generally much more than principal, because loans are for 16 years, 18 years. So the belief and expectation of my organization, akashindal.in, is that perhaps the section 24B for interest component exemption of housing finance could be escalated by another 1 lakh rupees. Now, one thing which we have not discussed till now, just give me 10 seconds more. Let me list out what are the possibilities. Then we can move on to the other question. Just 10 seconds more. One thing which we have missed out till now is agriculturists. So I think for agriculturists also, because I've been doing a lot of shows on national news channels, what I have made out is from the discussions with other people is perhaps there could be a zero interest or a lesser interest scheme for agriculturists, because we have seen in the past 2-3 years agriculturists complaining on various fronts, including our farmers having heavy debt. So this could be also there. Plus, defense allocation also could increase because of the geopolitical scenario. And the most important, I think, is on education, there could be a lot of outlay, because even during recession, our IT and BPS performed. And education, I think it wouldn't be an outlay. I would call it more of an investment, because if we invest into education, it has a multiplier impact. So these are the prima facie things which I expect.